It is time for a new era in NASCAR broadcasting, for new blood to come into the sport in the NASCAR Cup Series for the first time in years. We've already had NBC come once and then twice. We've had Turner return. We've had Fox throughout. We've had ABC and ESPN and CBS all back in the day. But for the first time in decades, a brand new partner will bring themselves to the front and center stage of NASCAR's biggest stage with the Coca-Cola 600 on Sunday night, one of NASCAR's majors, one of the biggest events in all of America. So, with all of that hype, with all of that buildup, and with all of the pressure involved in that, what can we expect out of NASCAR on Prime's coverage? Well, I think we should talk about a few details and then also glean the future. Who's going to be there? A younger cast of characters. In the booth, Adam Alexander will be back in, same with TNT, as well as with Steve Letarte and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s energy and enthusiasm definitely has been missing from NASCAR broadcasting since he took a hiatus year after leaving NBC, and I think that this will breathe fresh air into this season. I've compared the 2025 season a lot to 2018, and in one of the ways that I think we saw a big change in that was when NBC returned at Chicagoland for Dale Jr.'s first race in the booth, the slide job finish. Everything seemed to have more energy the rest of the year. Even a boring race was fun because Dale was having fun, and in turn, that energy radiated out of the screen to us. Each one of them is high energy up there. Steve Letarte, that dude is wound up like a toy. He is just ready to go like the Energizer Bunny and fly through the entire broadcast. Adam Alexander has had more enthusiasm in his broadcast with the CW than I think he ever has had before, and I still think before he's improved as a broadcaster. This is a good booth that is 15 to 20 years younger than a lot of the broadcasters we've been used to seeing on the NASCAR side of things. And that Dale Jr. effect, I cannot stress enough, will be huge in setting the tone of what we as fans think, especially younger fans. In the studio, you have Danielle Trotta, Corey LaJoie, and Carl Edwards. Again, youth, enthusiasm, and plenty of experience in the sport. Danielle Trotta was front and center as one of the hosts in the prime era of NASCAR Race Hub, right alongside the likes of Steve Burns and Jimmy Spencer. When you look at Corey LaJoie, I know people aren't the craziest about him, but Corey does know his stuff. He's lived and breathed this sport since he was born, basically, and he does know the ins and outs with this car and everything and the likes. He's great on camera, and he'll be another one that'll be fun to listen to. And Carl Edwards, great in front of the camera as well. He might not have the practical knowledge with the next-gen car or modern NASCAR in person as much as some of these other guys and gals do, but he is still going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a popular group of characters. And in the pits, Trevor Bayne, Kim Kuhn, and Marty Snider. Trevor Bayne is the only one I'm kind of worried about just because I don't know what to expect out of him, but he's young, has enthusiasm, and in my opinion is somebody who can shine if given the right direction. So I think he'd be pretty damn good on a camera as well. Kim Kuhn, in my opinion, is the brightest of the new era pit reporters. She is one of the best, up there with Jamie Little nowadays and Josh Sims, as some of the most talented people on pit road. And Marty Snider, he is the oldest member of this team at 56. 56 as the oldest member of a NASCAR broadcast. That is something that I didn't think I would see in the last 20 or so years. He still has another 10 to 15 years in his prime left as a broadcaster, and he's one of the best at doing it too. And when you also look at what's going on, it seems like there's enthusiasm on the marketing side. Prime has said they've sold out all of their advertiser slots, and it sounds like, at least from what they've said multiple times, we are going to see side-by-side formatting for the commercial breaks. No full-screen commercials during green flag racing. And I cannot stress enough, I said it yesterday in my video about Fox, this is the way of the future. Eventually, we're going to get to the point with commercial-free broadcasts, or at least commercial-free during green flag racing, but taking this extra and big step now. That is huge and important when it comes to setting a tone for fans. Prime is going to be an extra hurdle for a lot of older NASCAR fans to jump onto. It's something that a lot of the older crowd might have problems understanding, maybe. I know a lot of people I've talked to that have kind of been in that 55 to 60 and up range are not the most well-versed in it, so you have to make it worth the bang for their buck. It's honestly not that much of a buck to spend on it, especially since it's basically a month or so that you'll spend on it, but you have to make it worth it. And it seems like with this that they are making it worth it. And plus, with all of that, Prime has a theoretically unlimited window to broadcast NASCAR races. They don't have to butt up against somebody else. They can have multiple streams running on their service for people to go and look for. And we've seen this with NFL broadcasts. There's no set time for it. There's a set time for the post-race show around 45 minutes after every race of these 5, and that's something that should be done. You can interview not just the winner or a few of the top finishers, but the top 10, 15 guys that were in trouble and had issues earlier in the day. You don't have to be bound by the chains of an old system because you're doing it on a different platform. And taking full advantage of that is a huge factor. Plus, it looks like they're going to be offering a lot of different aspects and features that a lot of fans can really enjoy. For instance, they have a key moments tab that you can catch people up on the race, what has happened so far, and it's almost like you're putting together a NASCAR.com or NASCAR YouTube channel highlight video for fans during the race so they can come in and maybe in a minute or two, they know exactly what's going on. Same thing they do with NFL broadcasts. You look at the amount of cameras and the level of the equipment that they're using, and it is top of the line. It is probably going to be the best looking NASCAR broadcast ever put to screen when it comes to the quality that's being brought forward. They're going to use advanced analytics to show more and more about what the drivers and teams are thinking. The analytics that they use that you might not understand or know about at home can be easily applicable. And I say this because they did the same thing again for the NFL, where they used advanced analytics that maybe 5 years ago none of us would understand and used it in layman's and simple terms in every single way, and now it's just part of the game. They have aspects on it where during NFL broadcasts they can highlight who is most likely to blitz, and it's actually kind of scary how accurate it is. So if they're able to do that, maybe they can predict restarts. Maybe they can predict where they should have a driver run to try and outrun the leader. Maybe they should take the high side instead of the middle like they've been running or something like that at Charlotte. There is so much potential with this. So kind of going back and looking at all of this, what should we expect? In my opinion, a quality broadcast that will change the game forever for what we expect out of NASCAR. Something akin to the likes of maybe a Formula One broadcast by the end of this partnership in the first go-round. And that's not to say that Prime won't be in a better spot for people to have it more in NASCAR past 2031. I mean, after all, this is the way of the future, and Prime is leading the way in so many ways with it. So I've said a lot of times before that I'll be cautiously optimistic, that I'll be someone who believes it when I see it. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to bite. I am going to believe it before I even see it. I'm expecting to have a top-of-the-line NASCAR broadcast like we've never seen before in a modernized way. And if we don't get that after all they promised and all they've shared and all they've done with other sports and properties, I will be supremely disappointed. Thing is, I don't think I'm going to be. So with that, I want to pass it on to you. What do you expect out of the Prime broadcasts? Let me know down in the comments below. And if it's something that's sky high, put those sky high expectations in there because they, if they're watching, need to see them. While you're at it, leave a like on this video. Share this video and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support. Be sure tomorrow night, not tonight, tomorrow night, to watch NWP on Danny B's channel. Going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you there. Until next time, have a good one.